really pay attention, because I'll be very meticulous and slow, but I want us, everyone in class, to actually encourage me as well by participating. Okay, so the class has begun now, and I would like to transit to my slide now. Okay, for those, okay, I want to go to, for those joining for the first time, well, oh no, this is the 11th IELTS writing class in this season, 11th. Okay, some of us might say, okay, how am I going to cope? Don't worry, you will catch up, because most of the class, I repeat what we've done the last class, then we'll take off from there. This is the 11th class in this series, and we have been using it to build, and actually we just started writing. Okay, so last week we wrote, and I put us through how to write the introduction of a narrative essay, because I'm still going to talk about how to write an argument, that is, or when you are going to take a position on an issue. It's always a little bit different from when you want to write just uh, narrative, but now we are in narrative. That is, let me take us straight to a sample I did last week. So, introduction to a narrative. What's a narrative? A narrative is just an essay that asks you to say what is responsible for this, how can this, you're just going to narrate. Okay, so writing the introduction, just like I said last week, I said entails rephrasing the question statements, highlighting your discussion points. Okay, so we're going to practice again this evening, but now I'm not going to write an introduction. I'm just going to explain the introduction I did the last time again, okay, so that it will sync. So this was the question. The planet's population is reaching on a sustainable level. This was the question I used to explain, and people are facing shortage of resources, water, food, and fuel. To what consequence may overpopulation lead? Okay, these are the things I wanted to discuss that day. I said hunger and war. In your opinion, what measures can be taken to fight overpopulation? Okay, in your opinion, what measures can be taken to fight overpopulation? Okay, so that was the question. And I came here and I said, the first thing is rephrase the question statement. You can see, I said the world's population is facing serious challenge. Okay, just reaching on sustainable level as the means of human sustenance, such as water, fuel, and food, are so much in short supply compared with the growing number. Okay, I could have explained the growing human number, but I've said it initially. Okay, so I rephrase this question in my own word. This, then I said the second thing is highlight your discussion points. This unsustainable growth in human population can have damning consequences, such as food crisis as well as war. However, that is, the shortage in resources to sustain human existence can be tackled through improved farming and production systems, in addition to legislating on childbirth. So I just summarized all that I will be discussing, and I've put them in my introduction. Okay, so your introduction should be an highlight, that is, of a summary of your discussion point. Okay, so a summary of your, sorry, the first thing is you are going to highlight, rephrase your question statement, and the second thing is that you highlight the things you will have to discuss. Okay, that was what I taught in the introduction in the last class. Okay. Okay, now, so for today's class, uh, we will be writing the main body of an essay. Yes, the main body of narrative, how to write main body. I'm repeating that now. Okay, but the first thing I would like us to do is an introduction on this. So everybody get your pen and paper. From what I have said and from what I've treated last week, I want you to rephrase the question statements. Okay, the question statement. Okay, for a long time, art has been considered an essential part of all culture in the world. However, nowadays people's values have changed and we tend to consider science, technology, and business more important than art. That is the question statement. What do you think are the causes of this? That is the causes of the change in trend where people now value science, business, and technology than arts. Okay, what can be done to draw people's attention to art? So I'm leaving it for us now because I don't want to go over writing an introduction myself. I've taught that in the last class. Please, I want you to write an introduction for these, and I'm giving just 5 minutes. Yes, under exam condition, your introduction should not take more than 5 minutes. Okay, so now please start. Okay, please start. Write your sample introduction. Then I will go into the, after 5 minutes, by 9:15, I will get your response. I want you to write an introduction. Please and please participate. Okay. Okay. A minute more. I hope most of us are writing because we want to write the main body this evening, so it will just do us a lot of good. Because next week I will be writing, sorry, on Thursday we'll be writing the conclusion. So you need to build, and by the time you write conclusion on Thursday, it means that okay, you have been able to write a full essay and have been able to view it live and make corrections. Yes, so that will be helpful. Okay, it's 5 minutes. We should have constructed an introduction by now. Okay, please do not force me to write an introduction because it will waste our time. Yes, do not, because we might not just be able to write the main body we want to write today. Please, please, and please, because I'm going to teach it, you are going to write a sample. Yes, and I want to lay it very, very clear. Okay. Okay, it's 16, and I'm not seeing any introduction. I'm forced to write one for the sake of people joining for the first time and for the sake of continuity. Okay, over, people will always tell me, okay, yes, it is 16 minutes on the dot, so I will start writing over. Uh, Let me just put it this way, in time past, okay, Hatta was a very critical part of nearly all um, customs, okay, and traditions globally. But the trend has uh, been halted, okay, in recent years, okay, with okay, the new generation much more attuned to science, technology. I want to change it, information technology, and enterprise. Okay, so in time past, art was a very crucial nearly all customs and traditional globally, but the trend has been altered in recent years with, okay, I need to put punctuations now. In time past, art was a very crucial part of nearly all customs and traditions globally. Okay, in time past, okay, art was a very crucial part of nearly all customs and traditions globally. Okay, but the trend has been altered. Okay, in recent years. Okay, with the new generation much more attuned to science, information technology, and enterprise. If you can see what I've done now, are we stranded because of idea awards? Nobody, I mean, nobody gave this a try. If you meet this on exam, would write. Okay, so I have just rephrased the question statement. I have just repeated what is in red now here. I put it in my own word. I said in time past, arts was a critical part of nearly all customs and traditions globally, but the trend has been altered in recent years. Okay, with the new generation much more attuned to science, information, technology, and enterprise. Okay, so I want to say, okay, I want to give my reasons. What are the causes now? What are the things I feel could have caused this? Okay, okay, science, okay, so I want to say maybe science, what has made them much more trendy, science, okay, the trio, let me say the trio, okay, maybe what is the issue now, shape the society much than art. Okay, okay, so no thanks to the influence, okay, influence of the trio on uh, everyday, okay, everyday life, okay, okay, the it's for business, personal engagement, and as well as social interactions. So I've said they've shaped our life in recent times much more than art. No thanks to the influence of the trio of uh, on the influence of the trio on our everyday life, be it for business, personal engagement, as well as social interaction. I'm saying that these three has shaped our life, okay, in three perspectives. Those are the things I want to discuss in the main body. Those are the things I want to discuss in the main body. So I said it, the first thing was I rephrased the question statement. Okay, okay. So I said it. If there is time, you could for and then I have attended to this question. What do you think are the causes for hearts to regain its prominence uh, in the life of humans? Again, it must be transformed from being an abstract aspect of life to a more influential or impactful component of human existence. Okay, this is a bit abstract, but I am just thinking on the spot, and this is what I've been able to come out with. So the first part of the statement was dealing with. Okay, let me assume this question is a bit complex. Yes, I think, but it is not. You can meet it in your exam in time past. So I attended to the question statement, I rephrased it. Then I started saying no thanks. For those who I have taught transitions or cause and effect, no thanks means I'm trying to say, okay, I can say thanks to no thanks. Let me use the word thanks because it's not something negative. If it was something negative, it's negative sarcasm, but this is a sarcasm, but it's a cause and effect. Instead of this was brought about, or this was caused, or this is because, you can say thanks to the influence of the trio. That's another way to put a cause and effect situation. What can be done to draw people's attention to art? For art to regain its prominence in the life of humans again, it must be transformed from being an abstract aspect of life to a more impactful component. Okay, I want to change the word impactful to a more, I want to use something that is more relatable. Yes, relatable. Because I said relatable, because what I was trying to put is okay, science and technology seems to have impacted everyday engagement. It really has concrete influence, but unlike art. So for arts to regain its prominence in the life of humans again, okay, it must be transformed from being an abstract aspect of life to a more relatable component of human existence. So that is my introduction. And I do not think this introduction was. So now, if we did not write an introduction, I'm sorry, I will have to put another question up because there is no way for me to gauge if my lecture actually sank. If after 5 minutes we do not do it, maybe I will write my, because I don't know how you want to transit into writing the main body without actually writing an introduction. Okay, let me see if I can get a question that is not too uh, hard on my slide. Okay, someone raised a hand. Please, if you are raising your hand, can you please send a message? Okay, sorry. Your messages came in late, 9:18, but I'm going to consider it. I think that's why you were raising your hand. I didn't see it. My light did not blink. Maybe something was wrong. These two introductions came in maybe when I started writing, because I think I started writing 16. They came in 18. Okay, I understand. Time. Yes, you sent it 18. I can see the time you sent yours. And the second one, I started writing 9:16. As a matter of fact, I appreciate the fact that you wrote at, okay, this was what you wrote. Let me take all the two of them to the place I wrote my own introduction so that, okay, these are the two introductions that were sent to me. Okay, the first person said, let me copy this one. So I'm copying on this side, sorry. Ad has been seen and sorry, there's no spell, reckoned, I even spell it right, as important aspects. Okay. Nevertheless, a change in human value had regarded science. Okay. A change in human value had regarded, okay, science and technology and business otherwise. This context is not clear. These days, hearts tend to be a critical part of tradition globally. Okay, I disagree with you because say long time for a long time. Even you can disagree with mine, but I still put it in perspective better. That is in time past. I say for a very long period of time, yes, I said in time past. These days is not these days. Arts tends to be crucial. He said for a long time, for a very lengthy period of time. Okay. Nevertheless, people seems to value science and technology business more value it more crucial than arts. Hence, ignorance and lack of interest can be as a result. This is not clear. Okay, maybe ignorance. I don't want ignorance. I will, and lack of interest can be as a result. This is not, you are not putting this cause and effect very well. Okay, could be, okay, let me put it very well. Could be responsible for the shift. Okay, in, okay, attitude. Okay, okay. So I'm changing these days to, okay, for a, okay, for a, let me say for over a long period of time. I don't want to use the word for a long period of time. That's why I use the time in time past. Okay, um, for, let me just say a long time. Yes, for a long time. Yeah, that's what the essay use. You can't replace everything. Okay, heart tends to be, was not tends has been considered. Okay, I will have tends to be, no, was a critical part of traditions, things of maybe traditions. I think all quantify all. I use the word nearly all customs and traditions globally. Okay, so I have corrected it. You said, while this menace can be tackled, you did not transit well here. While, okay, I will say yet or nonetheless. While, while looks more like an addition than a contradiction. Yet this menace, no, I won't regard this as a menace. Menace is something that is threatening, so you are not using the appropriate word. Yes, yet this change in attitude or shift or this paradigm shift, yeah, paradigm shift can be tackled. I would have loved the word address. When you are tackling something, yes, I prefer the word address. It's not something really negative. It's just that there's a shift in attitude. Addressed. When you are saying something negative, I would love you to use the word tackle by enacting public awareness. Awareness on what? On arts. Because, okay, so please, on the value of arts to the society. Okay, so this is an introduction. So it's 9:30. Thanks for those who contributed. So now we will go back. Sorry, we will start the main issue for the day. For those who have continued, because yes, I will put you on the spot again, even those who have not continued. I will be starting from where I left off because I don't want to. I never planned to really write this introduction. You all put me on the spot. So you will continue the discussion after teaching how to write the main body. Okay, so that was the introduction. Now the second thing is writing the main body of the essay. Okay, if it's a narrative essay, uh, have write at least 2 paragraph body. Yes, 2 paragraphs. Okay, write at least, sometimes if necessary 3, but 2 paragraph body is just enough for you. Yes. So you tackle the first issue in the first paragraph, you tackle the second issue in the second paragraph. So write 2. So these are the things that the uh, main body, each of the paragraph consists of the following. That is, there are 3 things that will be components, part of it. Number one of them is that you introduce your idea, main idea. Okay, introduce, okay, your idea or discussion point. Please don't start with explanation. Yes, let me state it categorically. Please don't start with explanation. Okay, so one of the notable factor responsible for is, yes, you mention, you present your idea, then you start discussing. Introduce your idea. I would prefer you put it in concept format. Yes, put it in concept. That's why I say do not start with explanation in concept format. It's more like presenting your thesis. Number two, the number 2 thing you will be saying is, okay, uh, illustrate what idea you just presented. That is, illustrate your idea. That is, explain. People, you present an idea, explain it, let us understand, relate it. That is, make it relatable, yeah. Make it relatable. Okay, then validate. I will do all of this now. Validate. That is, you can cite example. You connect your discussion, your main idea with your points. Because when you are relating, you might, yes, you need to validate. You can cite example, you can reference things. Okay, but citing example is not the only way to validate, because I see most of us trying to cite example all the time. I'm going to come into that. Cite examples, paint real life scenarios. Yeah, scenarios. Okay, cite and authority. Yeah, quote figures. Yes, to buttress your point, to support your point. Yes, make it relatable. Yeah. Okay, so those are the things you will do in the main idea, in the main paragraph. If you're having 2 body paragraph, you will do it for the 2 bodies. So this is how you would write. Okay, I want to bring us back to the way I taught this in the first few lectures. I'm just going to cite this sample. Ade is a very handsome man. Okay, okay, that is my thesis. The next thing I'm going to say is that I am going to discuss Ade's handsomeness. Okay, he is tall, huge. Okay, uh, and has a masculine face with a well-built body frame. Okay, you can see now my thesis statement, I start breaking it down. So when you are explaining your information, try not to disconnect your explanation from the thesis statement. So that's what illustration means. Ade is a very handsome man. Then I said he's tall, huge, and has a masculine face with a well-built body frame. So that's the way to illustrate. Okay, if I want to validate now, is physique. Okay, physique is considered a typical example of okay of maybe being good, looking in the men's in men's perspective. Okay, in men's perspective, is physique is considered a typical example of being good looking in men's perspective. So I have validated. Okay, so I will put this aside, then the question I treated the last week, I will bring it into perspective and write a main body now. Okay, this was the introduction. The world population is facing serious challenge. Fine. So what are the consequences? Okay, so I say, so I want to talk about hunger and war. I now say, notably, okay, among the debilitating effect of overpopulation is food crisis. Okay, and what is it? Okay, what did I say? Food crisis and the most grievous or the more grievous which is war. Okay, food shortage has been as often being the sorry, let me explain myself before I continue because I'm fast. I said notably among the debilitating effect of overpopulation is food crisis and the more grievous consequence, which is war. So I am talking about this problem using some very, very negative term to connote that this is a very, very serious issue. Okay. Okay, notably among sorry, I'm trying to look to what consequence does, okay, I am saying it now. I thought I wasn't answering the question. Notably among the debilitating effect of overpopulation is food crisis and the more grievous consequence, which is war. Food shortage has often, okay, been the resultant effect of an uncontrolled, uncontrolled, okay, child birth, okay, witnessed in many parts of the globe. Okay, typically, have I used that word before? In developing countries, okay, in developing countries of maybe southern America, South America, and Africa. Okay, so I said here, food shortage has often been the resultant effect of an uncontrolled childbirth witnessed in many parts of the globe, typically in developing countries of South Africa and South America and Africa. Okay, so here I have started to illustrate that food shortage has often been the resultant effect of an okay, 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 it's twin brother. Oh, okay, war often ensue. Okay, when people have to scamper and scurry for food and okay for okay limited food and other life sustaining yes resources. Okay, scamper. Okay, sorry, I didn't do that well. Okay, notably amongst okay, so I have illustrated now. I said number one because I wanted to discuss 2 points in one paragraph. Food shortage has often been the resultant effect of an uncontrolled birth. Okay, typically in developing countries of South Africa, America, and Africa. Its twin brother, war, often ensue when people have to scamper and scurry for limited, okay, food, okay, and other life-sustaining resources. Okay, I can now say countries such as Eritrea have, okay, gone through war, yes, which took off between tribes and extended, okay, or I'm trying to, sorry, I need to step back a bit. I think I'm getting too fast. So let me explain. The main idea is this. This is my main idea. And you can see that in my main idea, I presented what I want to discuss. Sorry, I am jumping. I presented what I want to discuss. Notably, among the debilitating effect of overpopulation is food crisis and the more grievous consequence, which is war. Food shortage has often the resultant effects, okay, of uncontrolled births, witnessed in many parts of the globe, typically in developing countries, okay, of South Africa and Africa, okay. I want to explain something more here where food production is still at arithmetic pace. Arithmetic pace, while population continues to soar at a geometric proportion. Okay. Okay, I wanted to add to it because I was thinking that what I was writing was not carrying the weight of trying to compare. So the first thing was the fact that I said these are the effects of, I presented the idea, I now say food shortage. I started explaining food shortage as often being the resultant effect of an uncontrolled childbirth witnessed in many parts of the globe. I did not want to stop, comma, typically in developing countries of South Africa, America, and Africa, where, see my transitions, food production is still at arithmetic pace, okay, while population continue to soar at a geometric proportion. Okay, its twin brother war often ensue when people have to scamper and scurry for limited food and other life-sustaining resources, countries such as Eritrea. So this is where my explanation stopped. That is, I have discussed the two issues together in one. So by illustrating, shortage has often been resultant of an uncontrolled childbirth. You see now, I wasn't just saying overpopulation, I said uncontrolled childbirth witnessed in many parts of the globe. I now mention example of places where it is occurring. Okay, I now said, painted the picture where food production, those places, their food production is at arithmetic pace, while population continue to soar at a geometric proportion. Its twin brother war often ensue when people have to scamper and scurry for limited food and other life-sustaining resources. Countries such as Eritrea have gone through war, which took off between tribes and extended to all parts of the country because food production, okay, which was mainly peasant farming, could not keep up with their population. I can label the population again, but I think it's too much. So let me stop here. Okay, I know I have used a lot of transitions here, but I will explain myself because immediately you are able to put many sentences together. I would have loved to write simple sentence for us, but I've written that for a long time. So please bear with me tonight. So this is my explanation, and this is my validation in black. The thesis statement is in green. That is, I present all my idea. You will see that everything that I discussed later, food shortage has often been the resultant effect of an witnessed in many parts of the globe, typically, okay, in developing countries of South America and Africa, where food production is still at arithmetic pace, while population continues to soar at a geometric proportion. So that's how I illustrated the food shortage. Then I went into the issue of war. Its twin brother often ensue, that is, often follows the food crisis when people have to scamper and scurry for limited food and other life-sustaining resources. Countries, sorry, I need to change it because I mentioned just one country. Countries such as, this one was not correct, Eritrea, okay, if I want to mention two, I can mention two now, such as countries, let me make it plural, such as Eritrea, okay, and let me just mention one, Bolivia. You don't need to be totally, you don't need to be accurate in your examples. Okay, I've gone through war, which took off between tribes and extended to all parts of the country. uh, because food production, which was mainly peasant, uh, peasant system, farming is not correct, could not keep pace. I've used pace before with their population. Okay, so this is how to write main body. Now, if you look at what I wrote initially, don't try to overcomplicate your own main body. You could say, notably amongst the debilitating effect. I am conscious of those words because those are the words that will give me 7.58. Yes. Notably amongst the effect of overpopulation, I could remove this debilitating, but here I am putting a negativity to it. Is food crisis and the grievous consequence, the more grievous consequence, that is one which is even more grievous. Okay, so food shortage, so that is the way to explain. Don't let me explain and explain. Now, I would like every one of us to participate. Don't say, okay, I can't transit like this. When you want to write many things, coordinate them properly with comma and the use of transitions. I have taught us in previous now. So before we close, I will go into the transitions I use because those are the things I have taught in vocabulary development. But now you will have to write main body. So I've used about 20 minutes there about to explain. Present your idea. As a matter of fact, to make it easy, first of all, send me your idea. Yes. After sending the idea, explain. On this one, I'm going to be giving 7 minutes. It is one paragraph. I spent a lot of time because I was explaining 7 minutes, and you will write the paragraph, okay, that yes, you write the first paragraph of this particular one. You can take off, if you did not write the introduction, you can borrow a leaf from what I wrote. That is, you can start from there, but you might not use my point. If you cannot develop my point, you can use other points. I'm not going to help develop it, but you can use other points. So 7 minutes, I will be expecting the main body for this one. Please participate. Let me see. For I want to remove the introduction of others. Yes, I want to bring my own main body here if it could help some people. Okay, today today being Thursday, I normally say we will close later than 10. I do say that because writing is something I can't rush. So I am bringing the main body I wrote, if it will help. I hope you are able to see properly. This was the main body I wrote for the other introduction. Okay, please write the main body for this question. For a long time, Heart has, okay, what do you think is the cause of this? Write about what is the cause. Why do people value science, business, technology more than heart? So write main body, 7 minutes. By 10:05, we should be through. Then I'll start correcting. So I'm using this time to correct the mistakes in my own essay. I do not like the word growth. It does not connote negativity. Negativity. Okay, with their escalating population. Okay, those who contributed initially, please contribute again. Please and please and please and please and please and please and please. Okay, well, I should be getting your responses now. Okay, I'm still waiting. I guess most of us are still crafting what we need to craft. Okay, please participate, participate, participate. Okay, okay. I'm still expecting it, but I will start explaining some of the things. Okay, okay. Someone has sent a main body. Okay, another person has sent a main body. Okay, I'll put this. Okay, okay. These are the two that I've gotten so far. Okay, but the person that wrote these, okay, the idea you were presenting here sometimes ago was a very significant part of culture and traditionally. I think maybe you were saying arts. Okay. Why did you start your main body just like the introduction was a significant part of the culture and traditions globally, but proceedings, okay, had been transformed recently. Proceedings. I think modernization is accustomed to science, information, and technology. I think you couldn't explain further, but I appreciated the fact that you tried to contribute. Okay, the thing is that I'm not going to write another main body. I will have to do that in the next class. But here, I'm going to try to break down what I have written, I think, to make more sense. Okay, because you did not coordinate well between your cause and effects and your transitions, which is often the problem when you are writing essay. And it's not about you um, having big ideas. Most of us think until we have big ideas. No, okay, okay, this one now. Recently, science and technology had a positive change in human existence. Okay, I want you to say it because it's saying, what do you think is the cause of this? Okay, I will have said this shift in interest because you are writing the second paragraph and you want to develop it. So let me just say, you said recently technology, okay, uh, this shift in interest is being occasioned by or is caused by, okay, the positive effects of science and technology on, yes, our engagement, daily engagement. Okay, okay, so let me say this, let me put this simply. This shift or this paradigm shift of interest from art to culture. Okay, okay, I've seen your what you're saying. This shift of interest. Okay, do have yes, from, if you want to mention it, you can put it in a heart to science, business, and technology is because of, or I don't want to use because, is due to the positive influence the latter trio, okay, have on human existence in recent times. So, can you see, you have presented an idea. The shift of interest from arts to science, business, and technology is due to the positive influence that the latter trio, that is, I don't want to mention the three of them again, have on human existence in recent time. Okay, now you start explaining, okay, maybe science, okay, or significantly, I'm trying to write when I said I was not going to write because I really wanted to encourage significantly, okay, science and technology has changed the face of business forever. Yeah, forever. Okay, forever. Okay, you can start explaining as it's the pace and ease of doing business. Okay, has been brought, okay, about by the speed of communication. So if you want to use an aspect, the speed of communication and transportation. Okay, okay, both, even if I don't want to say the both, a product of scientific, of, okay, modern scientific and, okay, technological revolution. Okay, the shift of interest from science to, from art to science, business, and technology is due to the positive influence that the latter trio have on human existence. Significantly, science, technology have changed. I use as changed the face of business forever as the pace and ease of doing business has been brought about by the speed of communication and transportation. Okay, okay, both. Okay, I say both. I might not even say that. I just added it to get more word count. I could have stopped at transportation. Then I can explain. So I think we should just relate it. Don't be anxious. The shift from science, I gave the main idea. Then I started explaining significantly. Science, business, and technology has changed the face of business forever as the pace and ease of doing business has been brought about by the speed of communication and transportation. Because I said both, okay, a product, I say a production, a product of modern scientific and technological revolution. So please, the first thing, if you are struggling with idea, you need to read more. That's why every time before we start class, we do vocabulary development. We didn't do that today. Maybe that's why most of us are not really contributing. Okay, so I have given example. Most of us, okay, I have seen two more people send in their contribution. So let me check. Okay, I think I appreciate this. The person that used notably, I have patented that word. Sorry, I'm just joking. Okay, because it's like you can read me. Yes, I'm happy to be getting this one. Okay, and someone also sent another one. Please, okay, those people took more time. Maybe people were willing to. So the thing I will be leaving us to is to go back and saying, notably amongst the decline in people's interest towards arts is its ability to improve people's life. This is not clear. And I will tell you why it's not clear. Among the decline, notably amongst the factor responsible for, but are you talking about the decline? Okay, fine. You can talk about the decline. You are free. Amongst the decline in people's interest, that is factor responsible for the decline, is in its ability to improve people's life. Okay, let me take it. Is its inability to improve. Many people tend to concentrate on science and technology as these are the core areas for economy. I'm liking your point. Okay, economic and social development, which will in turn lead to high standard of living, okay, and close relationship. You didn't properly transit here. And because lead to, it does not lead to, okay, lead to high standard of living and lead to close relationship and ensures or facilitates. I want you to, the one, what I call it, the adjective that is qualifying this one now, I want you to, or that leads to and that facilitates close relationship. Okay, a large percentage give attention to, I think you should have stopped here. You are trying to cite example, you didn't translate well. Okay, a large percentage give attention to high performance gadgets, computers. Please, I don't want you to be using this bracket in your essays to me. No, because I want you to show the writer facilitate. I want you to show the writer that you have good command of English, so you need to translate properly. I taught the issue of using transitions with punctuations, but I've not emphasized it too much of recent because I see people overusing it. A large percentage give high performance attention to high performance gadgets, such as I would prefer such as computers, Android phone, okay, that can help them to carry out difficult tasks relating to their jobs, thereby, okay, thereby, please use your transition. I know you are in class, creating a robust economy as well as communicate. So because the word thereby does not go with communicate, you need to find another descriptive for communicate, thereby creating a robust economy as well as, okay, ensuring communication. So don't assume that the last descriptive is going to work if it doesn't work together, because thereby creating communicates, it doesn't work. Thereby communicating, it doesn't work. Thereby ensuring communication with people both home and abroad. Okay, pay attention. This is a very fantastic point, but pay attention to the corrections that I made. Okay, let me check the next person that sent something. Okay, most of us sent it late. It's quite encouraging. Maybe it's because you are using system. I just want you to be fast. Somebody says, I am not in tune with today's class. Please go and get in tune. I was a bit fast in the beginning. That's why I slowed down. I corrected. I went over what I said. Okay, some of us are transiting. Please, use your comma, use your cause and effect, use your conjunctions, use them. Generally, amongst the unwavering cause of people's interest for science, unwavering, is it not a negative word? Okay, I will check. I'm not too sure. For science and technology over arts is modernization. Science and technology have become a global innovation in so many parts. I think you did not use your transition word. Have become, okay, have resulted into, I would have preferred that, have resulted or have birthed. Okay, okay. Let me leave what you wrote first because I want you to understand why I am against your choice of word. Become a global innovation. How? In so many parts of the world, or has been responsible for many global innovation, has battered many global innovation. Okay, I've been, let me use the word battered because I like, okay, many global innovation in so many parts of the world, especially in developing countries such as Canada and Australia. Inventions of science and technology, okay, have brought modernization, making, you need to continue. You have not completed because I want you to continue in that, give instances, inventions of sciences and technology such as, let me help you here, of science and technology such as maybe online shopping, okay? So you can say that, okay, that is as well as in addition to, okay, what did I want to ask? Because don't keep repeating idea, break it down into examples. Innovation of science and technologies, okay, in the form of, can you see, this is another way of citing examples, such as in the form of online shopping, okay. What other thing do I want to add? I just want to add something in the form of online shopping, okay, internet banking, okay, and okay, let me just leave it at that. I've changed the way people do business, yeah, worldwide. I want you to mention example. I am not sure this example fits what you were trying to describe, but what I'm trying to say is that mention examples. Okay, you said I didn't copy all. Okay, let me see. Modernization, I will recopy. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I think I will recopy what you wrote. Okay, yes, I will recopy it. This the part that I omitted and I will paste it. Okay, making these countries, can you see, a better place? But you talked about modernization, you didn't mention. When the more you are explaining, the more you break down your explanation. So initially, you can talk about modernization, you can give it idea. Later, as you are discussing, you need to break it down into relatable situation, relatable, mention things. Okay, you said science and technology has been responsible for innovation globally. Mention those innovations. Mention what those innovations have done. That's why I said innovation of science and technology in the form of online shopping, in addition to internet banking, have changed the way people do business worldwide. People can relate with this. Don't make it modernization. What do you mean? Okay, making this country a better place for good livelihood for its citizens, which makes heart lose its traction. Okay, okay, making, okay, which makes art, which makes art, which make art lose its traction. Okay, so these are the examples that I've been able. Let me see other people who have contributed. Okay, that was what I said. Enervating, somebody has confirmed that it means lack of energy. So it was not a proper word because I picked it the first time. Okay. Generally, among the enervating cause of people, debilitating cause of people interest, because you're saying people have shifted to science, so it could not be debilitating for science and technology over. So it could be the rising interest, people's interest for science and technology over. So I'm going to replace that with rising because enervating was means something that's declining, yes, or debilitating. Okay, so this is the example that we've done today. It is main body, main body, main body. And please, I want you to focus on attention on this one. If you're going to be checking the lecture again, why? I try to rewrite what somebody wrote. This one, let me put it in blue. The reason is that it's simpler than the one I wrote. The one I wrote is not complicated, but I transited a lot of time. This shift of interest from arts to science, business, and technology is due to the positive influence that the latter trio, that is, I don't want to mention arts, science, business, and technology, have on human existence in recent times. Then I started explaining. Significantly, science and technology have changed the face of business forever as the pace and ease of doing business have been brought about by the speed of communication. Okay, both a product of modern and scientific. If I want to validate, I can just cite example. Okay, speed of communication. I can go into the invention of social media, internet facility because communication deals with that. I can also mention example of transportation. So make it simple, but start coining your expression in good sentences. Okay, we did not do vocabulary development today, but I want you to go over what I wrote in 2 minutes. You can see, notably amongst the debilitating effects, that's labeling, you can take it as a higher expression. Overpopulation, you can see the word overpopulation here. For those of us, yes, I promised someone I was going to go over main idea, this thing, higher words, expression. I will these are what I mean by, this is qualification, but you can label it as higher expression. Okay, overpopulation. Okay, food shortage. Okay, you can see alternate word, food crisis. Let me put it, alternate word. This is what I wrote, alternate words. Yes, food crisis. I'll close now, food shortage, because you must note that I was deliberate in my choice of word, food crisis, food shortage. Okay, and higher words and expressions are expressions that are higher than the normal expressions we use every day. And expressions, what are the expressions that are used? Continue to soar at a geometric proportion. Yes, soar at geometric proportion. You can also say at arithmetic pace. Arithmetic pace. That is arithmetic pace because 1 plus 1. Your geometric is 1, 4, 5, something that is just doubling. Okay, you can see escalating population. So those are the things I say you need to start using when you are writing. Its twin brother, I didn't just mention war. I labeled it. Its twin brother, war, often ensue when people have to scamper and scurry. Scamper and scurry too, you can pick it. Yes. Okay. And next week, I think I'm going to start from here. We are going to start our vocabulary development in the next class here. I'm going to go into details of my write-up, the transitions, and all the things you need to start doing to make your essay more buoyant. Everything I teach it for the past 10 lectures, I teach them every day. Yes, in every class, I mean. So go over the next lecture. Many people have left, so somebody just sent a message. I will say at this point, okay, you said you think it's debilitating, but the word you were talking about was positive, so you can't use the word debilitating. You were saying there is a rising interest in this one as against, so that's why I said debilitating or enervating does not work in the circumstance. Okay, so let me not take your time further. Good night. I hope we have all gained. I know today's lecture is a bit tedious. I will make it simpler next class. So good night, everyone, and have a good night rest. So we'll meet again on Tuesday for reading class. Writing is cumbersome at this point. I will try to make it lively as possible, but it's academic. So good night, everyone. So we'll meet again on Tuesday for reading. So join me again next week for reading Tuesday and for writing on Thursday.